Hello students, now let us start a topic set and relation. Set and relation. So first question is that if R relation R 1 comma 3 4 comma 2 2 comma 4 2 comma 3 3 comma 1 is a relation on a set is that 1 2 3 4 set which has the only 4 elements 1 2 3 4, then the relation R transitive, not symmetry, reflexive and the function. So now we have to check one by one option. First we check to a function. So function, if we see we see the relation has a two image of the two is 4, image of the two is 4 and the image of the 2 is 3. Image of the 2 is 4 and the image of the 2 is 3. But a function, but when the definition of the function, any element has a unique image, not has a unique image, but 2 has the 2 image, 2 4 and 3, then which is not a function. This is the relation. Next, transitive, if we choose 1 comma 3 1 is related to 3 and 3 is related to 1, 3 is related to 1, then 1 comma 1, then 1 is related to 1 comma 1 is related to 1, and which is not belong to the 1 comma 1 is not belong to in R, not R, so which is not transitive. Next, not symmetric and reflexive. In the definition of the reflexive, then 1 comma 1 2 comma 2 3 comma 3 comma 4 comma 4 always lie in this set R, so which is not belonging to the set 1 comma 1, which is not given, 2 comma 2 2 comma 2 3 comma 3 neither, and 4 comma 4, which is not reflexive. Next, not symmetric means if A is related to B is belong to R, then implies that B comma A is related to R. So next, 1 comma 3 1 is related to 3, that is implies that 3 comma 1 is belongs to R, 3 comma 1 is belong to R. So and 4 comma 2 is belongs to R, and 2 comma 4 is belongs to R, 2 comma 3 is belongs to R, but 3 comma 2 if 2 comma 3 is belongs to R but 3 comma 2 does not belong to the R, so this is the not reflexive, this is not symmetric, and B is the correct option and A, C and D is the wrong option. Next, if R relation 3 comma 3 6 comma 6 9 comma 9 12 comma 12 6 comma 12 3 comma 9 3 comma 12 and 3 comma 6 be a relation on a set is given that 3 6 set A has only 4 elements 3 6 9 12, then the relation is reflexive and transitive only, in equivalence relation, and reflexive only, and reflexive and symmetric relation. So first we check reflexive and transitive only. So reflexive, by the property of the reflexive, 3 comma 3 and 6 comma 6 9 comma 9 and 12 comma 12 belong to the set, and the other of the element, other of the ordered pair belong to the set or not belong to that, does not matter. So which is the reflexive? So which is the reflexive? Next, and transitive if we choose ordered pair 6 is related to 12 and 12 is related to 12, then 6 is related to 12, which is belong to the set R. Next, 3 comma 9 3 is related to 9 and 9 is related to 9, 3 comma 9 is belong to the R. Okay, and 3 comma 6, if we choose 3 comma 6 3 is related to 6 and 6 is related to 6, 3 is related to 6, then this is the, if we choose any element of the R and we check transitive property of the transitive, which is always satisfy. So which is the reflexive and transitive, not B and C and D is incorrect option. And equivalence relation means if it is reflexive and transitive, then symmetric. If we check if our relation are satisfied the symmetric relation, then we can say it's an equivalence relation. Then we have checked to symmetric relation. If we choose 6 comma 12 is belongs to the R, but 12 comma 6 not belong to the R, which is not symmetric relation. This is the discord option. Question number 3 is that if A and B are the two sets containing 4 and 2 elements, if the A set has only containing the 4 element and the B set has containing only 2 element respectively, then the number of the subset of the set A cross B each having at least, which is the main keyword, and the at least 3 element, then we have to check option 219 and 256 and 275 and 510, which is then we have to check the correct option. So cardinality of A is equal to 4 and cardinality of V is equal to 2. Total number of the element cardinal set of A is 4 and total number of the element in the set B is 2, and total number of element of A cross B, total number of element of A cross B is 8, and total number of the subset of A cross B, total number of the subset of A cross B, total number of subset is A cross B is equal to 2 की power 8, 2 की power 8, and 2 की power 8 equal to 2 की power 8 is equal to 512, but we have to choose only the but we have count only the number of the subset of the set A cross B having at least 3 element, then if any set having only the one element which is not included and 2 element not included, at least 3, if any set has 3 element, then it can be included. So 512, then we have neglect only the 152 minus k 8C0, which is the only any set which has the no element, means 5 and 8C1 and plus 8C2. This is the subtract of these three type of the sets, and being these three of the sets, if we subtract these three of the type, then we can find the correct answer. So we can simplify is equal to 512 minus k 8C0 means 1 and 8C1 plus 8 and 8C2 means 8 into 7 into divided by 2, 4 is equal to means 512 minus k 9 plus k 28, 9 plus 28, so 37 512 minus k 37 sorry 512 2 की power 8 2 की power 8 2 की power 10 2 की power 10 is equal to 1 0 2 की power 9 is equal to 112 2 की power 8 is equal to 2 2 जा 4 2 5 जा 10 256, then we subtract number of the element from the 256 and 256 minus ka 37, so 256 minus ka 37 and 37, so 9 1 and 2, so 219 is the correct option, and A is the correct option, and B, C and D is the wrong option. Now question number 4 stated, if W denote the word in the English dictionary, define the relation R in such type: if R related to x comma y belongs to W comma W, the words x and y having at least one letter is common. Then the relation R is reflexive, symmetric, not transitive. Next, reflexive, symmetric and transitive, and reflexive, not symmetric and transitive, and not reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Then we have to check all four option all four option 1 by 1. So we have to check, then we have to discard of the any of the three options by the help of the counter example. So first we have counter example means India. If we choose example and India and Bombay and India and Bombay and Joker. So first we check to reflexivity. Reflexivity means every element of the set is related to itself. If we choose any element, if India is related to India is related to India itself, because having at x and y having at least one element is common, then if India comma India, then at least one element is common, at most all element has common, then it is the reflexive. Next, symmetric means if x is related to y, then implies that y is related to x. If India and Bombay, if we choose India and Bombay having at least one element is common, A is common, having at least one element common. If India is related to Bombay, then implies that Bombay is related to India. India means having at least one element is common, then A element is common, then it is the reflexive and symmetric. And transitive, if India is related to Bombay, transitive, if India is related to Bombay. Means one element is common, A and common, and Bombay is related to Joker, and Bombay is related to Joker. Then O, common element is O, where common element is A and common element is O. Then transitive relation, then India is related to Joker. If that is implies that if India is related to Joker, if this condition is satisfied, then we can say this is the transitive relation. So any of the element, any of the word which is no common, no word is common, no word is common. So no word is common, which is not transitive. So reflexive, symmetric, and but not transitive. So A is the right option, and B, C, and D is the wrong option. Next, the set A, 1 to 3 and 12 element is to the partition. Partition into 3 set. Partition into the 3 set. 3 set. Then the any set we have divided into 3 equal sets. Sets A, B, C of the equal size, and A union B is equal to C. Is and intersection B, B intersection C, and C intersection A is equal to 5. Means that any of the element A, B, and C has no common element. Then the number of the base of partition N. Then we have to check the set S. Then we have to find the set S has total number of the partition, total number of the base, total number of the partitions. So now we check. If we choose 4 element and the has only the 3 sets. If A, B, and C having the 3 sets and has 4 element, then every set has 4 element, and 4 element, because A intersection B, B intersection C, C intersection A is equal to 5, because every set has no common element. Then every set has equal the 4 element, and then first we have to choose. If we choose total of 12 element, if we choose first of all 4 element and rest of the 8 element, and we choose 4 element, and rest of the 4 element and we choose out of the 4 element out of the 4 element, and we simplify. Then we simplify 12 divided by 12 and 4 into 8 into factorial 8 into factorial 8 into factorial 8 into 1. NCN is equal to 1. 8 can cancel out, and divide by factorial 12 divided by factorial 4 cube. So factorial 12, then C is the right option, and B, A, and D is the wrong option.